This nibble originally aired on RSBANDB Update, episode 792. Quality, quality, quality. Enjoy. We need to talk a bit about the progression here because that has been a question, and this was one that was sent in to us by Mr. Ling, which we're just kind of slipstreaming into the podcast here at the start rather than the question segment. So you get what's called Travelling Artisan patches, and you get these whenever you're skilling in-game generally. And, this is your standard mini-game currency event, and that's one way of completing the event. But alongside of it, there's also the option of contributing other items to it. So if we look at, for example, the mining geode enhancer, the mining critical enhancer, that's the one I want to look at. If we look at that instead, you can make one of those by, let's see. So if we press, and see, this is the thing. If you press skip all, it will tell you how much you're able to skip the entirety of that task for. So let me just say that for this mining geode enhancer, you need to always give 250 artisan patches, 10 vials, 40 rune ore, and 50 luminite ore. But the vials, rune ore, and luminite ore can each be skipped for a certain number of patches. So you skip the vials for 100 artisan patches. You could skip the rune ore for 400 patches, and then you could skip the luminite for another 400. So when you add all that up, that's 900 plus 250, so you're effectively looking at 1,150 artisan patches if you just wanted to make this with patches. But you see, it's considerably less expensive if you just do 250 patches and then those other ingredients. And that's something that I really like with this too, is that, it's more than just, going to grind a certain skill mechanic and say, la-di-da-di-da, here we go. We're just going to go on this long grind, get however many thousands of these traveling artisan patches that you need to complete the event and call it done. With this, you need a smaller amount of artisan patches, and you can also contribute your other items that you have in your bank, which is one of my favorite aspects of it. How do you feel about the progression model? Do you think it's too steep?
When it comes to just the patches?
Just the patches.
Yeah, I do think that's a little high, but it does create a dramatic contrast. So you're definitely being funneled to go, the other way, which, it's a great item. Those are really cheap items. And I agree with you that could be used in the future. I think they could do similar things in the future, especially with, ore it's low, right? So when you see a glut starting to happen, maybe pop something like this in, or I don't know. I'm just talking off the top of my head here.
Absolutely.
I actually think, and if it was lower, I don't know if there would be the same kind of choice, because basically what this is, going to come down to, I'm assuming you can get these patches through other means.
Oh yeah, any skilling method gives them. Archaeology is good for it.
Right, but are they on Treasure Hunter?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, so
it's 100% in game. Unless you want to purchase it with bonds.
I figured there had to be something. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
1 bond for 5,000, 2 bonds for 10,000, 3 bonds for 20,000.
Oh, this was actually... Nope. I would say this is pretty... How can you be so good? It's so...
Yeah. Yeah. And, I ran some numbers on this. I ran some numbers on this because that was part of Mr. Ling's question. I just want to, have that out there for full transparency of what we're actually looking at for this. So let's just say, for example, that you wanted to minimize the number of patches that you're going to use. So then you're definitely, with that, going to want to contribute your own ingredients to it. Now, let's say you just want to get to level 30 and unlock all the cosmetics, and you have previously not unlocked the cosmetics from the Master Crafter event, because I've only unlocked 2 or 3 of those. So here's the total numbers on what you need to make. For this entire event, you need to unlock all the cosmetics, plus you need to make 7 event mystery boxes, 9 prismatic large stars, 10 big mystery boxes, and that will get you all to level 30. If you do that and you also unlock all the cosmetics. In total, this will need 29,250 patches, assuming you're contributing everything else. And based on my feeling of how this is going, it's probably about 1,000 patches per hour of gameplay. And we know, and this event's going to be in place for about 3 weeks.
Okay, 3 weeks.
So you have 3 weeks to get 29,000 patches.
You're gonna, but this might be one where you're gonna need to pick certain things that you're going for, because I think 29,000 is too much. It's more than I'm willing to do. So I'm gonna have to pick.
You basically have to play for an hour and change a bit each day over the entire 3 weeks to unlock everything with this event. But there's the caveat that if you don't want any of the cosmetics, and this is where things get really interesting, you can just go to level 5 and, for example, unlock all the various enhancers like the mining crit enhancer, for example, and just start making them right there. Simple as that. Simple as that. If you want big boxes, that's level 20, so a little bit more. Prismatic large stars are level 15. We also, of course, have the small and medium stars as well, which you can unlock if you want to go that way. So that's where we're at with that.
Really, yeah. This is a really interesting take on the on this kind of an event.
Yeah.
I definitely see you're picking and choosing what you want here.
You can find full episodes of RSBANDB Update right here on this YouTube channel. If you found this video useful or just enjoyed it, like and subscribe, or leave a comment.